Hi, my name is Lauren Goodkind, and yes, Goodkind is really my last name. I am a good and kind person. If you play me a game of chess, I am a mean kind of person. Today, what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and analyze the Blitz game that I played against Alexandra Kosteniuk, and she is a well-known grandmaster. She is the 12th women's world chess champion, so she's a top grandmaster. The game that I played against her yesterday, it was a 3 minute plus a 2 second increment, so it was really fast. I played this game at the Isolated Queens Blitz tournament online. So I was right, and this is what happened. I went e4, and then Alexandra, she played this Sicilian defense, so that's c5, and that's common. I went knight to f3, and then Alexandra went knight to c6, and then I go c3. The idea is to move this d2 pawn 2 spaces so I get control of the center. It's really important to control the center. She moves d5. I end up taking her pawn, and then she takes it back with her queen. And of course, I still need to fight for the center, so I moved up the d2 pawn 2 spaces. By the way, this icon means it's a book move, so that means that's good. She moves the knight to f6. The computer is saying that bishop to g4 is better. Perhaps to pin the knight to my queen. Anyway, I go here with my bishop. It's really important to get the knights and the bishops out. And the good thing about this move is on the next move that I can castle. Alexandra, she decides to take it, and then I take it with the knight. The computer is suggesting that I should have taken the pawn with my c3 pawn. But this move is it's kind of double-edged. So it's very interesting because the queen could also take my pawn on g2, but if that's the case, then I'm going to go ahead and move bishop to f3. So Alexandra took my knight, and then I took it back with the pawn, and then she moves there. So the computer doesn't like e6. The computer is suggesting for Alexandra to take my pawn on g2, but if that happens, then I can go bishop to f3. Things can get a little bit crazy. Maybe, well, of course, if queen takes, okay, if queen take, if queen takes, then I'll go here, and then the queen would probably go maybe back to g6. But I think she wanted to play it safe, so I think that's why she didn't take the pawn. So that's why she moved pawn to e6. And then I was really happy that she didn't take my pawn, and I decided to castle. I do like my position. I do have one weakness. I have an isolated pawn on d4. Black. So Alexandra decided to go bishop to e7. That makes sense. And then I attack her queen with my knight with tempo. So I like my position. This is good. Queen goes back to d8. And then I go bishop to d5. They say that bishop g5 is good, but they're suggesting that bishop to f3 is better. I think the computer suggesting bishop to f3 is because the bishop is on the long diagonal, and if this bishop moves out, then I can take that pawn. But then things get complicated because if the rook goes here, then it's attacking my bishop, and once I move the bishop, then the rook can go to b2. So it's still a little bit crazy, but I do like that move. But okay, I needed to just get my bishop out. That's why I went bishop to d5. Alexandra decided to castle, and then I go queen to d2. They're saying like that's a good move, but they're suggesting that bishop to f3 is better. Bishop to d2. That makes sense because Alexandra needs to get her bishop out, and I went rook a d1, but the computer is saying that I should really go f3, and that makes sense because my bishop is attacking that pawn. The pawn is pinned, and I think that's good. But I go here. Oh, okay. And then Alexandra's bishop is on the long diagonal too. And then that's why I moved queen to e3. But this turned out to be a really big mistake. And Alexandra took advantage of that. So she ends up moving the knight here, and now I'm in trouble. I end up losing the exchange, so I wish that I didn't move the queen to e3. So anyway, with this move, the knight is attacking my queen, and it's also attacking my knight on c3, and then Alexandra's bishop is also attacking this bishop too, my bishop too. So I'm in big trouble right now. If I move my queen, then she'll just take my bishop for free, and then I'm down a piece. But I have to, I have to move my queen. But no, but I know this. Like, okay, well, if my bishop takes her bishop, then I'll be attacking her queen. I thought, well, I mean, it's better to be down the exchange than just losing a piece. So that's why I took her bishop. She takes my queen, and of course, like, I have to take her queen. She takes it back. She takes my rook, and then of course, like, I have to take it back. Oh. Yeah. So anyway, she takes it back with her rook, and then I'm in losing position right now because I'm down the exchange right now. So I wish that I didn't move the queen to e3, but it's okay. I am down exchange. I think that if I was playing this game with a story time control, I would have seen knight to d5, but this is a blitz game, so I tend to make some silly mistakes in blitz just because there's not a lot of time. But anyway, I'm down exchange. I'm not completely dead, even though I'm down the exchange, so I decided to just continue to fight. She goes there, I go here, she doubles up, it makes sense, so she's going after my d4 pawn, and so I go e3 just to protect it, and Alexandra decides to move the king to f8. The computer is saying f5 is better, but okay. I go a3. They're saying that pawn to h4 is the best. So, okay. F6. I go A2. It's kind of hard to know like what to do. I mean, I am down with the exchange right now, so like I don't wanna like. I'm trying to trade pawns or do something. Um, so I moved here. I was thinking like maybe I can get the knight over to B4, but I don't know. So she goes there. I'm in a bit of trouble. So I go here. I'm attacking the bishop. So okay, she decides to take it with the pawn, and then I move the king to d2. The reason why I did that is because she has a dangerous passed pawn, and I didn't want this pawn to queen. She goes a5, but they're saying that pawn to d3 is better. And then I go knight to d3. And I'm happy because now she can't move the pawn. So she goes b6. I go here. I'm attacking her bishop. So I think that's why she moved bishop to d5. Okay. So I go here to attack her bishop. The computer is saying I should go h4. I think maybe because to gain more space. Maybe. Bishop goes to f7, and then I go bishop to d3. I mean, I do like my position because she can't just move. She can't move her pass pawn right now. So, I mean, I think I'm doing reasonably well. So I go here. The computer still likes h4. Again, I think to gain more space. So she goes there. I think Alexandra moved rook to d6, so my rook can't go to c6. So I go h4, maybe to gain more space, and then she goes there. I go here. I decided like, oh, well, if she moves this bishop, then I can take that pawn. And she goes there. I don't, of course, like, I don't want to trade because I'm down exchange, so that's why I decided to check, and then she goes there. It makes sense. So we go here. Oh, they're suggesting pawn to g4. Okay, if I go here. So they're suggesting Alexandra move the pawn to f5, and I go here. That's fine. They're suggesting pawn to b4. Okay, but I go back. So bishop. Okay, so Alexandra moves this bishop here. It's attacking this pawn, and of course, I don't want her to take it, so that's why I went there. The computer is saying that I should go to rook to f1, but things get a little bit passive if I go there. But okay, I go there, and of course, Alexandra moves the bishop to e4. She wants me to take it, and the reason why is she's probably going to take it back with the f5 pawn, but I didn't want to take the bishop because I didn't want her 2 pawns like in the center. Like she'd have 2 connected passed pawns, and like that just wouldn't be that wouldn't look good to me for me. So I go here. She takes it, okay. And then she checks, so I have to get out. This is interesting. So she's going after my b3 pawn, and of course, like, I don't want her to take it, but I have to be careful. So I ended up going, oh, you're saying king to c2 is better. She goes there. Okay. Let's see what happens. Rook goes to f3. Okay. And then I go here. But I'm in really big trouble right now because pawn goes to d2. It's attacking my knight. And once I move the knight, then the rook can take her rook can take my pawn. I'm in trouble right now. Rook goes here. Maybe she went here so I can't check. I don't know. So we go here. I'm thinking like, oh, maybe I could just take that pawn. She goes there. I took the pawn, but there's the computer saying knight to d1. Okay. It goes here. Okay. And then she goes there, but I'm in really big trouble right now. Yeah. She checks. She gets a queen. And then now I'm down a rook right now. She goes there. And then of course, like, the rook is attacking the pawn, so I decided to go rook to h3 to protect this pawn. But right now, I decided to resign, and the reason why is because, like, she has the passed pawn, but I am down a rook right now, and I don't really have, like, any conversation right now. So the computer is saying this game may have continued like a 4. This is still yeah, the game could have continued, but I don't really see a way to draw or something. But anyway, I thought that this was a good game. I'm really happy that I was able to play Alexandra. Again, it was my very first time playing against a Grandmaster one-on-one in my entire life. So it's exciting. So I have a question for you. Have you played a Grandmaster one-on-one before? Let me know in the comments. I'd be interested in your answers. And if you would like to play me a game of chess, please let me know. And yes, and if yeah, so I started this channel to inspire more women and girls to play chess. So yep, chess is awesome. And if you like watching me play or analyze games, please subscribe to my channel. And also, please check out my puzzle website. That's chessbylauren.com. I upload a video every day, so please come back tomorrow. Okay, thank you so much for watching.